NOPA denied access to Isinjiro Rwale venue. The death toll in a Chikube police car crash reaches 9, and URA destroys 180 tons of contraband goods. A very good evening, our dear listener of 98.0, Britop FM radio broadcasting at the heart of Chegegwa. Our news at 8 p.m., the 19th of July 2024. The day is Friday. In detail, Marinaitwe. National Unity Platform President Robert Kyagulanyi has revealed that authorities in Isinjiro district have cancelled the opposition party's planned rally in Isinjiro town. He said the authorities say they only host NRM activities. Speaking to journalists in Mbarara City today morning, Kyagulanyi revealed that they have only been allowed to have radio talk show at Isinjiro FM. We, however, have successfully had our intended rallies in Busenyi, Ishaka, Rukunjiri, Ntungamo, and Bundubujo, despite the disruption from the police in the start. NOP Secretary General David Lewis Rubongoya said the authorities said they would allow the rally only if it was taking place 8 kilometers away from town. Kyagulanyi said they intended to run to the places they had been blocked, starting with the Bundubujo, Bugweri, Palisa, and surrounding areas. NOPA, the biggest opposition party in the country, has been on Western Region tour, which began in Bundubujo, then Bushenyi, Ishaka, Rukunjiri, and Ntungamo, and was to conclude with the Isinjiro district. Experts have expressed a concern that authorities in Uganda cannot ably investigate and document cases of psychological torture. Alex Kigoye, the head of a program at the African Center for Treatment and Rehabilitation of Torture Victims, said that it is worrying that even when cases are reported at the police and court, the system cannot ably evaluate victims, and as a result, they often conclude that victims are telling lies. He says they have many cases of psychological torture that have been mismanaged. Alex Kigoye gives us more details on this.
The system is not able to do due diligence when it comes to psychological issues of torture. And that's why now you'll find that within the system, there is the issue of saying these people are lying. So many times, torture happens in closed doors. But how do we investigate? How do we evaluate cases of torture?
Dr. Fisa Rukwata, the Commission of Mental Health, says assessment of individuals who have suffered psychological torture would it be difficult if a health worker pays attention during history taking. The Criminal Investigation Department of Uganda Police has now developed a checklist that officers use to assess if someone has suffered torture or not. According to Paulo Kiria, a communications officer at this ACTV, this will go a long way in helping to document and determine torture cases. Police in Hoima has confirmed that the death toll in Buseruka, sub-county Hoima district accident has risen. Among the deceased is the driver of the police patrol vehicle registration number UP9799, Raymond Nwamanya, who breathed his last as he was being transferred to Mulago Hospital for further medical attention. Currently, 6 survivors are under medical attention at Hoima Regional Referral Hospital, and these include 4 policemen and 2 civilians who were suspected in the murder case that happened on 14th July 2024. In a statement issued by police, the deceased included Detective Inspector of Police Charles Avinzo Motobua, the Kikube District Crime Intelligence Officer, Detective Assistant Inspector of Police Richard Gain, the Kikube in charge homicide desk, Detective Corporal Christine Cheruto, the officer in charge of the gender desk, and Detective Constable Samuel Ojambo, CID personnel in homicide desk. The suspects who did include Mubaraka Rwamahe, Martin Munyuza, Peace Tukamusaba, and a one-month-old baby, all resident of Kaseta in Kaboya Sub-County, Kikobe District. These survivors include Detective Sergeant Francis Wango, the second in charge of homicide, Michael Omamu in charge of counter-terrorism, Aberu Nyirigiye counter-terrorism personnel, Jonathan Tumusime, SPC Apollo Turinoha, and suspects Julius Kabagambe and Jonathan Kamugisha. Julius Akiza, the Alberton Region Police spokesperson, says that they are yet to establish the cause of the accident that happened in Buseruka along Hoima-Kaiso-Tonya Road as the police patrol car was heading to Charushesha in Kaboya to do a search on a murder case of Charushesha. The Bishop of the Church of Uganda Diocese of Soroti has announced the death of Reverend Canon Nyafutali Opata, the provost of the St. Peter's Cathedral, Soroti. Reverend Canon Opata passed away today, 19th July 2024, at the Regional Fire Hospital in Soroti District. The news of his passing has sent shockwaves through the diocese and beyond, with the attributes pouring in from religious, political, and community leaders. According to the Bishop, Reverend Canon Opata was a respected and beloved figure in the Church of Uganda, known for his dedication and service to the Lord. A meeting has been convened at St. Peter's Community Center to plan for his burial. According to the press statement, on details of the burial will be communicated at the later time. You're still listening to our news in English live on 98.0 Brito FM, my YouTube channel, and those getting us on the radio frequency on their radio sets, and those getting us and following us on Facebook, Twitter, or call it X, that is 98.0 Brito FM, and those getting us on TikTok and Instagram is Brito FM Radio. Of the last story, Uganda Revenue Authority has destroyed 180 tons of smuggled goods at Ruero Industries that include cosmetics, used underwear, garments, beer, wines and spirits, computers and drugs, among other equipment. Milton Ruhuka, the manager for warehouse in the customs department at URA, said these items were confiscated and collected over some time, more than just 1 year of enforcement operations, and if to value them, they are worth over 1 billion shillings in taxes. According to Ruhuka, the items were mostly impounded from along the border of the Democratic Republic of Congo and South Sudan. And Milton Ruhuka tells us more on this.
Cosmetics have hydroquinone substance with mercury. When ladies use them, they turn their skin and people could develop sicknesses, especially cancer. That's the reason we are protecting the society by impounding items like these ones. And the law, Section 18 and 248 of East African Customs Management Act empowers the Commissioner Customs to come out and destroy goods like these ones you are seeing.
Ian Mukisa, the supervisor for waste management at Ruero Industries, says that the consignment will be crushed and directly landfilled. He adds that the use of these methods was determined by the sensitivity and bulkiness of the consignment. Ian Mukisa tells us.
It is the bulkiness and it is the sensitivity. Both the bulkiness and sensitivity has led us to do the direct landfilling after crushing them, because the sensitivity is that URA wants them to be crushed today and once and for all. So they don't need temporarily storing them to sort them.
Jeno Kello, the general manager of Rugarwana Industries, a company that was contracted to transport the contraband to Nakasongora, said that more contraband still awaits transportation, including cigarettes, electronics, and soap. Jen Okello in his voice.
We expect maybe 200 metric tons because we still have other products like dates. We have computers, we have fridges, cigarettes. We also have expired soap and others which are still there in the store. We expect to load possibly next week. For us, we are a transportation company. We transport, then Luwero Industries destroys it.
Several boxes containing copies of the Holy Quran were also discovered among the contraband items, but they were not destroyed. And of our news on this lovely evening continue following us on YouTube. That is Britop FM 98.0, and those following us on Facebook and Twitter, probably for those who haven't followed, is 98.0 Britop FM Radio. And those getting us on TikTok and Instagram is Britop FM Radio. Remember to visit our website is www.britopfm.com. Have a lovely evening.
That was the news in English on 98.0 Britop FM.